those certain circuits and electrolytes, not electrolytes, but electrodes to go through in the spine and the to the brain and what have you. And it gets the ligaments and everything to it's energy. All right. So y'all lack that knowledge. And then when people go off, they're doing according to what a spirit, whether it be the spirit of anger, sadness, stealing, adultery, murder. Those are all spirits, man. And they work through men. Now I watched another movie. I forget, man, but we all know, us brothers, we know it, that yeah, be scared of spirits or what have you, but really be more afraid of your own people, of humanity. And it's true, because those spirits, they don't just come up to you and push you around and say, I want to pick a fight with you. They work through other humans to do that. So you better be careful, you know what I'm saying? That's why Yahweh Shai says, be harmless as a dove, but wise as a serpent. And because I send you as sheep amongst wolves, man. Now this happened, I got into a little altercation. I think it was yesterday. I went to the store and I was walking to the store, and I seen this one so-called Mexican. I don't know what he was. He looked like a Mexican. But anyways, I seen him. I had my glasses on. So I wasn't dogging him, I wasn't looking at it in his eye or nothing. I was walking my path to go into the door, walking to the academy, that store, and he was walking my direction. And he was about probably like, it wasn't an arm length away. We just, we walked, but this guy, I was walking, he went like this and went like that and bumped into my shoulder. So I turned around immediately and I said, what the fuck, man? And before I did that, when I'm turning, I'm already looking at his body. I'm already looking at his face. And when he was turning slow. Everything went slow motion. But in his countenance, he looked like he was on drugs. Like he was like a retard in a way. Like he was dumb. Like he was not all there. But when he turned around, that's what I immediately noticed about him. There was something different about his eyes. He turns around and he was like, I'm sorry. But then I was already pissed. And I was looking at the whole situation. So when he turns around, he's like, I'm sorry. And then his eyes light up. And he was like, oh, we can make it a problem. And I was like, it kind of threw me off. And I turned, and I didn't turn, but I was looking at him. And I was like, that's why I said, what the fuck's your problem? Because there was already a problem. And he was like, I told you I was sorry. And I told him I appreciate that. And then he was like, okay. And I was like, okay. So when I was turning away, he was like, get the fuck out. I was like, you get the fuck out of here. So we both went our ways. But the reason I brought that up is because these spirits, man, they work through certain people. And they'll do shit to pick at you. But they won't do it. Now, us brothers, we know. Us brothers know. We've been through it. We experienced it. When there's spiritual things going on at home, or you're asleep, your dreams and what have you. We know that. But what you people don't understand is that they work through human beings. Okay?
It's like the whole thing with Esau working on the left-hand side.
I'm sorry if I feel like I was just ranting on. I'm not ranting, but you know what I'm saying? It's information.
That's good.
For brothers that are being attentive to our messages, because you'll get information that you need out of these many words. But like Paul said, I'd rather speak with what? A few words than 1,000, you know what I'm saying? And I wish I could, but we have to expound and edify. To edify, you gotta expound on things, all right? So it's true, that dude had a spirit on him. There was something about him, and but like us brothers, we can see the different the disfigurations of faces, like not the confusion of it, but the disfigurations of people's faces. The spirits jump on and off of people. That's what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say, it's funny that you mentioned that. And like earlier, man, I went to go to Walmart to get some money out of the card and get some tea and a salad. But I was just walking around, and I just felt weird, man. man, yesterday, because I went too yesterday, but I was telling my chick, I was like, man, I was talking to her phone, I was like, man, just stay on the phone with me. I was like, I just need to get out of here. But I've been feeling something weird, man, like, not trying to be paranoid or nothing, but like today, man, I went to Walmart, there was this chick with her dude, man, and she was walking, but she had these dark, around her eye. But it was weird because when I came back, I was getting my business done, I was walking with a good pace to get in the line, but when I had looked down, I looked at that chick like this, I went like this, but I looked down, and I looked again, but my eyes went down, but before I stopped, something in my mind was like, I went like this, I looked up and I was like, and I saw her eyes, for a minute, man, I'm positive, her eyes went cold black, but they went like that, like quick, like to where you would have been like, my eyes just playing with me, but like the brother's saying, man, it's real, and especially around these holidays, man, it's like those spirits, they're taking their time to slowly get on those people, and then when they get to that day, they increase, they get harder. It's like when I made that mention about that guy who went back to his job. He was a Negro, and he just went back to his job and he beheaded that woman in that building. You know, that wasn't just nothing, man. A spirit had to jump on him to commit that act. And all these people who are doing these things too, man, they don't have like really a recollection, but they're all bugged out too. They all you look at their countenances and they look like they're on something, like they're supposed to say. And I've been seeing that around the city.
Like the Lord said, you're drunk, but not with wine. You stagger, but not with drink. You know, but you're drunk with a different spirit. Because the reason he uses that analogy is because wine and alcohol is known as spirits. It's a substance, a liquid substance that enters your body, and then it goes into your bloodstream. You know what I'm saying? And it hits your mind, your mentality, throws your judgment off, opens you up, and then right here, like this, Ecclesiastes 31:25. Show not thy valiantness in wine, for wine had destroyed many. The furnace proveth the edge by dipping, so does wine the hearts of the proud by drunkenness.
And we're just like real quick, just like with the demon, man. You want to see the demons as friends, like they say, you want to make death your friend, and at the end of the day, they always deceive you. They always get you killed. Same thing with wine, man. Like the scripture say, you act more, you act tougher, man. But yet when you're off of it, you act
sober. You're sober.
Yeah.
You're in your right mind, and you know to behave yourself well, whether you a mighty man or not a mighty man. You know, like, hey man, I apologize, and you go on your way. And all right, man, it's cool. Go on your way.
Just like the brother said earlier, there's like, for real, there's actual spirits for every type of emotion that you got out there in the earth, whether it be anger or for every action too. And like the brother said, you made a comment, brother made a comment a long time ago. We were over here, I think it was raining, but yeah, it had to be raining because we were over there, but he said that an angel could cause a car crash right now and y'all wouldn't even know. That's how these things happen, man. With car crashes, the spirits throwing y'all into crashes.
That's why you got people that say a freak accident. That's because they intervene. Other angels intervene. Yeah. It's set up. Those freak accidents are obvious that person had to die. Yeah. It's obvious. That's where you be like, man, like there's something else. You know, but people always have to come up with some bullshit. Yep. Going back to Sirach 31:27, wine is good as life to a man if it be drunk moderately. What life is then to a man that is without wine? For it was made to make men glad.
Hey, but you know that movie Constantine? You seen the movie? Well, that guy, he was an alcoholic, and he tried to he was drinking all the time, but then it got to a point where a demon came and messed with him and delusionized him, and he died. He was trying to drink, but
he thought no drink was coming out them bottles.
Yeah.
But the whole time he drunk himself to death.
Yeah.
He drowned himself in it. That's the power. They know, man. That's the power of these spirits, man. They can make you believe in something that's either happening or not happening, but really it's happening. Something's going on. Verse 28, wine measurably drunk and in season bringeth gladness of the heart and cheerfulness of the mind. But wine drunken with excess maketh bitterness of the mind, with brawling and quarreling drunkenness increaseth the rage of a fool till he offend. It diminisheth strength and maketh wounds.
Yeah, you turn into a demon. Because when you, like I said,
Eventually you destroy yourself, man. That's what it means.
Yeah.
It diminishes the strength because you think you're strong, but then when you come down from it, that spirit leaves you. You're like, damn, man, I fucked up. Why did I do that? Now you're in jail, now you're in prison, now you're paying fines. You probably got your ass beat up because that demon that was in you deceived you thinking that you were all this Superman. You know? And that's why we know. That's only talking about wine though. You know what I'm saying? That's a literal sense, but when you look behind it, go spiritual, you see that these spirits drunken these people with rage, anger, malicious thoughts, injurious practices, you know, being a slanderer. Those are all workings on the left-hand side.
Just like Balaam, man. Balaam, that's how you people are today. Y'all can't. The horse was able, or the ass was able to see. Yeah, horse. It was able to see that there was a spirit blocking Balaam from his path that he was trying to walk. But Balaam kept whipping the horse and was like,
yeah, he was beating the horse to go, but the horse was like, nah, like he was stubborn. He's being stubborn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's why I was reading. That's why I was reading the Acts. So these spirits, they're not gonna let you know that that while you're enjoying it, that they're actually really trying to kill you. They're not. And if a demon is found, that's because it wants to be found.
Yeah.
It's because the Most High wants you to just to make you more stupid or ignorant or more believing on that spirit.
But demons, evil spirits are more. They show themselves more than angels, than good angels. The good angels, they don't. The bad angels are working at a higher, I don't know the word, frequency.
Yeah, frequency.
The good angels are working at a higher frequency with the elect. The majority of the people are experiencing the wickedness of the left-hand side of the spirits. So it's gonna be obvious that it's more of that than it is the good angels. But the good angels ain't gonna intervene for the wicked too much, you know, or at all. You know, the good angels are gonna like the scriptures say in Psalms, that they encompass around those that fear the Lord. So the 2/3, y'all don't fear the Lord. So what's encompassing around you? These spirits, and they're making themselves known through actions, through or maybe they're giving you signs, but you don't see them. Noises and shit, you know.
Yeah. And like the brother told me last week. There's certain levels of strength of angels. There's like I know the archangels, they're like the strongest of the angels. Yeah, the higher up angels, they're the ones who, they come and receive, or they would send messages to men. They're the ones who go through and they put that spirit on the man of the Lord to be more noble, more honorable, or to do the work better. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah, man. I guess I'll continue in Acts 19. It said, Acts 19 and 16. And the man in whom the evil spirit was leaped on them and overcame them and prevailed against them, so that they fled out of that house naked and wounded. And this was known to all the Jews and Greeks also dwelling at Ephesus. And fear fell on them all. And the name of the Lord Yahushua was magnified. And many that believed came and confessed and showed their deeds. Many of them also, which used curious arts, brought their books together and burned them before all men.
So there was a bunch of witches in the land of Ephesus. Ephesus, right? In the land of Ephesus, the Ephesians, they were the worshippers of the goddess Diana, man. All right? They would worship, basically they worshiped women. They saw women as gods. And every other idol that was there. They came and brought all their magic, all their books that dabbled in necromancy and what have you, man, and burned them because they saw the true power by who? The apostles, the saints, right? Not no some fake ass so-called Israelites, right?
I said, but many of them also, which used curious arts, brought their books together and burned them before all men. And they counted the price of them and found it 50,000 pieces of silver.
That's a lot, man. A lot of money.
That's a lot of witchcraft, too.
That's a lot of money, man. They spend on books. When you come to this, it's free, man. Like Paul said when he met the man at the beautiful gate, when he was going into the temple on the Sabbath, I believe, a man was there, a beggar, and he was lame, like he couldn't walk. And he was handing out, he reached out his hand, and Peter, he said, I have no money to give. But I forget how he said, but what I give thee is basically it's not him, but through the power of the Lord is going to give him something that is more than money. And it was the healing. He healed him and told him to rise up and walk. You know, it's free. You ain't got to go in and out of the earth, up and down the earth to find the truth. You know, support. That's why the Lord told what is it, it's nigh in thee? When he's telling the Pharisees and the scribes that the kingdom of heaven, it lieth in thee. Basically, he was telling us these scriptures, man. This truth it's already in you. There's no need to go here and there, across here and there, to find truth. Sirach 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. At the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Yep. And that's you got spirit. The Most High, when he does a certain act that's negative, he sends an evil spirit to do
he
it.
does. He makes a judgment. He sends an angel to do his bidding. That's what he does.
Where's that? Hold on, I was gonna get that one.
So that scripture alone proves that the Most High has created spirits that go and do exactly what he needs to have done, a judgment. Because the Most High don't do anything without judgment. He doesn't be like, oh, you know what, I'm just gonna kill this person because I don't like the way he looks. There's a judgment, there's action. The Most High weighs actions in the balance. He ain't about looks, he ain't about names, he ain't about whether you're known or not. It's about actions. So the Most High don't have to do anything. He gives a word and it's done. He makes a judgment call. And everything is righteous, not negative. It's negative in the sense of a 2/3 because they don't want to receive that judgment. All right? But everything is righteous everything is righteous with the Most High. Nothing is unrighteous. Yeah. Kings 22 and 1 Kings chapter 22 and 19.
This is 1 Kings chapter 22 verse 19. He said, "Hear thou therefore the word of the Lord. I saw the Lord sitting on his throne, and all the hosts of heaven standing by him on his right hand and on his left. And the Lord said, Who shall persuade Ahab that he may go up and fall at Ramoth Gilead?"
So,